Also welcome Deepak Ramapriyan. He'll be accompanying me. In 1979, during the second oil scare, to pass time, people made love because they couldn't go anywhere. The day Carter put solar on the White House was the day I was conceived, and inside my mother's belly was the future president she believed. So before I was even born, my mother knew I would go far, and when Reagan ripped the solar down, I was on my way to be a star. But I couldn't read or write, and the school thought that I was slow. So screw them, my mother said. Off to New York City we would go. As we barreled down the road in our minivan towards my dream, the Odyssey tanker exploded. 43 million gallons, never cleaned. Lo and behold, miracles do happen, and I was cast as the lead in the Christmas classic Prancer, even though I couldn't read. And Prancer was hugely successful. It made a difference in the world. It still touches people's lives, and I was just a little girl. By the time I learned to read, the first Gulf War had come around. The Iraqis opened all their pipelines to try and slow the US down. It was the largest spill in history, a 300 million gallon flow. And when the soldiers came home sick, the cause no one would ever know. They called it the Gulf War Syndrome. 20,000 soldiers sick in bed, respiratory problems, cancer, miscarriages. Doctors said it was all in their head. One man said, it's the same old story. They told us after Vietnam. It's not the Agent Orange, it's just the stress. So please, mister, just stay calm. By 1996, I had this feeling in my gut that there was more to that Gulf War, but I didn't know exactly what. Then, this guy came on TV. He was driving the veggie van. He made fuel from cooking oil. Man, this guy had a plan. He said, we don't need more wars to secure the USA. We have all the fuel we need, and we're throwing it all away. He'd seen Cancer Alley riots and understood firsthand the reason why. He grew up in Louisiana. He saw his mother nearly die. I was so inspired that this one guy was out there transforming the planet. He'd started the biodiesel movement. Screw the oil business, damn it. That really sparked something in me, a calling to a higher cause. We can create a better world. We can overcome our flaws. So when I became an adult, I moved out to LA with stars in my eyes and a big dream leading the way. But much to my disappointment and to my friends and family, the best that I could do was be a scream queen on TV. But no horror movie could compare to the real-life tragedy when the planes hit those towers, felt like they'd crashed into me. And back to war we went, a good excuse to secure more oil. And when they hid the coffins returning home, oh, my blood, that did boil. I quit acting and I stumbled from career to career. I was searching and searching for the right way to veer. And then, one day, I saw him. I knew I would marry this man, and parked in his backyard was the veggie van. Call it coincidence, call it fate, call it whatever you will. But when we came together, even the planet stood still. We devoted our lives to living sustainably on Earth. And from our love came the awareness that our film, Fuel, would birth. Fuel won at Sundance and went on tour across the US. He drove the van, I drove the bus to try and get us all out of this mess. We raised money for algae fuel, and millions heard our rallying cry. But when the cost of oil spiked, our noble message would soon die. The cost of food went up around the world, and we were called biofools. Biofuel, and not oil, is what was blamed in our schools. But they forgot to mention that our food is grown with oil, it's shipped with oil, it's sprayed with oil, there's even oil in our soil. So when the cost of oil went up, so did the cost of food. And while big oil made record profits, alternative fuels got really screwed. We were ready to give up. We'd done all we can. And then, on Earth Day 2010, the BP oil spill began. We thought, this could be it. Finally, Americans will see if they could understand this devastation. It could be the key to set them free. We went down to the front lines. We saw the oil and dead fish. I prayed that it would be over and that God would grant me my wish. And much to my surprise, the president came on TV. He said the beach is safe. The oil's gone. See, look at me. But I was standing on that beach, and there's oil on the ground, and I saw where they're getting the fish, and there's oil all around. And then I got really sick. Something was happening to me. I had a rash on my chest, and there was blood in my pee. And the doctor said that from now on, I can't expose my skin to the sun, that it's a permanent condition, and that nothing can be done. And America had moved on. They had bought into the lie, and when thousands of dolphins turned up dead, it was hidden from the public eye. And I was so mad. I didn't know what to do with my rage. So Josh took me down to see a New Age sage. I asked Deepak Chopra what to do with my crazed mind. All of the lies and corruption were blindly killing humankind. And what he told me made all the difference and healed my mental state. He said we're like a cancer. We're killing our host. But fortunately, it's not too late because I'm not separate from you and you're not separate from me. And though it's hard to swallow, we're not separate from BP. We're all in this together. Together we'll seal our fate. It doesn't do us any good to point fingers or to hate. So we've got to get creative in waking up our consciousness. All of the solutions are right here. All of the answers we possess. But I'm not going to tell you what kind of car you need to drive. I'm just going to ask you, how is it we can thrive? If we look to Mother Earth, everything can coexist, but nothing can go wasted. Nothing can be dismissed. We're all part of one, each thing serving another. If we want to survive, we've got to mimic our great mother. As I sit around the table, tackling our oil fix, I see mostly men. There's not many women in the mix. Somewhere we got off balance, with women disempowered. Women's suffrage, it ain't over, even at this late hour. And maybe that's why we're seeing our Mother Earth so raped. We Western women, we've grown complacent and act as if our mouths are taped. Every 20 minutes, another species is completely killed. And every year, on average, 13,000 oil spills. Lysistrata stopped a war by uniting women and withholding sex. Men want women to be happy. What we cherish, he protects. So unite, people, unite. We cannot wait any longer, or Mother Earth will kick us off, and she's a hell of a lot stronger. I assert that all it takes are the people listening to this rhyme to bring the heart back to this world and save us all while there's still time. As for my mother's dream of me being the president, it ain't over till it's over, but for now I am content. I'm a bold stand for freedom, starting with myself. And if I want to heal the world, then I'll start with my own health. And everything I touch and everywhere I go, I will look to Mother Earth to see where I must grow. But don't count on me. I can't save us all, I fear. I pass the ball to you. What will you do when you leave here? We come to TED to expand our minds. So please, repeat this after me. There is no one else coming. It's up to me to set us free. I acknowledge you for being here and for listening to my poem. The highest me sees the highest you. As one, let's respect our sacred home. And also thank you to the other Deepak Ramapriyan. Thank you, Deepak.